take it away.
Hey everyone, I'm arcalena.
Hi, I'm Lanaruse.
And we have Matt's Brutal here with us on commentary.
Hello. I guess we'll go ahead and get started while you're fishing. This is going to be a modded 3-weapons run, and that's really simple. We run through the game 3 times with 3 different weapons, as the name suggests. Before we get to that, we have some other shenanigans in this run, one of them being that the mods let us... Oh. Okay. Should we take it from the top? Okay. Well, hello everyone. Good to see you now. As we saw, we have arcalena and Lanaruse here. They're going to be giving us a really cool 3-weapons run, but we have some other shenanigans, as I said. One of those shenanigans is that we will be playing on mods, which allow us to do a few things, like doing quick resets.
Not yet. I gotta hurry it up.
Maybe. Maybe. There we go. So to have viable leaderboard viable runs, we show resets at the very beginning of a run, and mods let us do that real quick. And here we are at the beginning. So you'll also notice there's another shenanigan. We have 2 of our best players on 1 controller, which means that we have double the power, I guess. So arcalena and Lanaruse, or Lapalena as they like to be referred to, y'all want to tell us what you are doing on the controllers?
Yep, so I've got the left side of the controller, which leaves me in charge of the movement on the left stick, left bumper, which is our interact button, and left trigger, which is our summon button.
And I've got the right side of the controller, which is, the face buttons, which is dash, attack, and special. I've got the triggers, which are cast, and the bumper, which is reload on the rail. And also going to have call, which we don't have right now. I can't show off, but we'll get one later.
Yeah, so they're going to be coordinating their movements as Zagreus battles his way through the underworld on his way to defeat his dad. And that's going to take a lot of communication. So they're going to be muted for much of the run. I'll be guiding us through our tour of the underworld. And are y'all ready to go and get started on the first weapon?
Yeah, looks like we're good. Yep.
Cool.
So we're going to be starting with the spear. Yeah. Okay, in 3, 2, 1, go.
Well then, let's get to work.
All right, here we go. So they are starting on the spear. It's that Achilles spear, and you'll be noticing. Ooh, we got a hammer start. You'll be noticing that they'll be throwing their spear and kind of dashing to it. That's going to be really important for going fast. It gives them a boost to their next 4 attacks and their next 4 casts every time you do that bull rush. They also got their hammer to start with, which we're playing on mods. So what that means is we can select our first hammer, and that's really great for the Achilles spear. We get flurry jab. So you didn't get to really see what it looks like when we don't have flurry jab, but we attack a lot faster. They're in chaos right now. Took a kind of just a safe curse and a boon, and right there we see some of the first kind of communication. So this is really, really impressive what they're doing, actually. Having to have both the micro decisions of like what enemies you go to attack, when you're going to be dodging, things of that nature, but also this kind of macro decisions. So like they forewent their first boon. You can select which boon you start with in not just in modded. You can select the gods with keepsakes, and they picked Poseidon. But they passed up their first Poseidon boon to take Artemis. They're still guaranteed to see a Poseidon later, but still, making that decision on the fly is hard enough with just one person, much less 2 people having to coordinate the buttons and know what's going on is really cool. As they're kind of burning through these first kind of enemies, something else to note about the Achilles Spear is it's one of the least safe of the kind of meta weapons that we run. Every time they're attacking, they're doing dash attacks.
Any other blessings, maybe?
And what that means is, oh no, hold on. Oh no, Poseidon. So that was a huge, a bad thing just happened there. I'll tell you about it in a second. They lose iframes whenever they dash attack. So they're going to be really having to position themselves well to avoid taking a lot of damage. So what they wanted to get from that Poseidon was Tidal Dash. Normally, because we're on mods, you're guaranteed to see all of the core boons from your first god. Normally that'd be Poseidon because they forced it with the keepsake and they would be guaranteed to see Tidal Dash. They didn't see it. Tidal Dash is really essential to doing a lot of damage with the Achilles Spear because, like I said, they're doing dash attacks all the time. And because you're doing dash attacks, you also would be doing damage with the Poseidon Dash. We're not going to have that, so we're really going to be hoping to see that we see another Poseidon naturally because we really want to get that on, get that boon to be a lot safer and doing a lot more damage. Okay, Ares. That's a good thing, great thing to see on Achilles. Like I said, the Achilles Spear, every time they do that bull rush, the next 4 attacks and also casts are 50% stronger. And Ares cast is really great if, okay, doesn't give it to us. These gods are being brutal in this Tartarus. And another Dionysus. Okay, so this isn't looking so great build-wise. Let's see how they can maneuver their way around the Furies, though, here. We get Megara. She's probably the safest one. We can get Tisiphone and Alecto. But when you have 2 people, it becomes a lot more difficult. They are getting a lot of great crits, though, which is what Artemis on the attack does. She has a 15% crit rate, I believe, on the normal attack, so they got some really great damage output from the crits. Didn't take any damage, you'll notice, and we're on to Asphodel. So I'm curious what keepsake they decide. Just taking money. So I assume that is aimed at giving the highest chance of getting Poseidon again. The god pools in this game work as such that once you get 4 gods, you don't see another god. So right now, every time a god appears, they have a 25% chance of having to be Poseidon. So they didn't want to force another god into Asphodel because they want to be seeing Poseidon probably first and foremost here. We have Artemis. We could see Hunter's Mark, which would be great. Okay. That's okay. And yeah, they're really navigating this well under really less than ideal circumstances. But we're really going to be wanting to get in a build together in some capacity before Elysium. That's where the kind of damage thresholds and stuff really ramp up.
Course is set.
All right, and coming into presumably the next chamber being the next mini boss, more Artemis. Hunter's Mark is great though. More Artemis. We actually another thing that mods do is they remove some of the mini bosses. So often, if you're playing unmodded, this could be the Barge of Death. We've removed that. We removed the Bull from Elysium and also the Tiny Vermin from Styx. Just they're too inconsistent. They have a lot of time. So this run is going great despite the kind of suspect build. They're doing really well maneuvering with the Achilles Spear and dealing with that kind of real lack of iframes. It's really quite impressive, to be honest. Okay, pass up on Blade Dash. And we get a 22 skip. Nice. So you see that blue kind of aura there. We show where our fountains are in modded, so we can make a little bit more informed decisions in moving through the biome. And let's see what we have in End Shop. Wow. I guess pressure points they could have gotten from that Artemis, but we have seen a lot of Artemis. And on to learning.
Really didn't have to reconstitute yourself.
So I'll
just
explain
for my
heat
sake.
here. We have some heat on for this run. Heat are difficulty modifiers, and one of those difficulty modifiers is extreme measures. We have extreme measures 2 on. It makes the learning fight a lot faster because the arena is smaller. It's also much more dangerous though. Very often, it's common to pay the learning tax here. Taking a death defiance here happens in a lot of runs, but we'll see if they can coordinate well enough to stay out of the lava and dodge all the attacks. We also have the blue head, or better known as the trans rights head here. Learning can have multiple different heads that have slightly different abilities, and the blue head, the trans rights head, is actually the one we usually don't want to see. He can have some brutal attacks, but they got through just fine. And we're on to Elysium. I guess I'll explain the other heat. In addition to extreme measures, there's also forced overtime. Makes enemies spawn in faster and move faster, so we can kill them faster, which is great. And also tight deadline, which just has the effect of removing a few, or at least one chamber from Tartarus that can take a long time. Decided on the what's it called? The bone hourglass for the keepsake. That's going to extend those well items. They just bought 2 well items as they went through there. That'll increase their attack and damage enemies take from traps. And the hourglass makes that last for 8 chambers longer, so it's quite good. Okay, reduced health. So a little bit of a risky chaos. And chaos kind of was pretty mean to them both times they were down there. They haven't really gotten any good boons from the 2 chaoses they got. So real uphill battle here that they're dealing with just excellently. And you can see also, since this is modded, modded does not remove all the RNG. There's plenty of RNG to be had. Finally get a little help there. Purchased a Light of Ixion that's going to give a forced chaos in this next chamber, which is, going to be the mini boss. And here we see that we will not be having the bull. It's always going to be the butterfly ball. And there's the chaos gate up in the corner.
Olympus, I accept this message.
Hey Mads, would now be time for a really quick donation?
Go for it.
So we actually have $2,000 from the Yeti, and they say, hey all, Yeti here. We're really excited to share that with your support of tea orders, we've raised over $2,000 for Malala Fund. You can shop the collection at theyeti.com, that's YETEE.com/framefatales if you would like to pick up a tea pin or sticker pack. A portion of every item ordered is donated directly to Malala Fund and their amazing mission. Shout out to all the amazing artists who contributed their craft for the designs. And this brings us up to over $78,000 already. Great job, everyone.
Nice, yeah. The shirts this year are really cool. I really like the one with all the characters kind of in a circle, the purple one. So I'm kind of excited right now. I love some Blade Dash builds here. So Poseidon never showed up. Poseidon said, no thank you, I do not want to play today. And we got Ares' Blade Dash, which, honestly isn't bad. It does a decent amount of damage. It's just you have to kind of alter your play a little bit to get those blade rifts to sit over the enemies, which can be difficult. But it can be even more difficult when you have 2 people on the sticks. Taking Artemis Aid. And here in Elysium, you're probably not noticing how much of an increase the HP is here because they're doing really well of moving between enemies and kind of taking them down. But this is really where runs come to die, especially when we have these enemies like these bowmen up here that they've had a couple times in a few chambers that you have to kill twice. Essentially, their souls drop. You have to take them out again. Things kind of spawn in for a long time, like in this chamber. But there we go. See what's in the shop, and we are on. There has been so much Artemis in this run, holy moly. Okay, and on to the heroes.
We've not. Meg.
What a mess. Where did she come from?
Hunter's Mark is so good all the time, but it's so good, like especially really good in the heroes fight. You'll notice that there's that green bullseye on the heroes. That's Hunter's Mark. It's a status effect from Artemis that makes it so they have a higher chance of getting crit, and enemies that are near someone who gets crit get Hunter's Mark put on them. So you kind of trade marks back and forth between them, and you basically like triple your DPS. So that was really great. Love to see the Artemis call to finish it off there at the end. We're seeing a lot of stuff that we don't normally see in a Hades run, and it's really kind of fun. Acorn for safety, and we're on to Styx. Styx is notorious in unmodded. There's tunnels you have to go down to get a snack for Cerberus, so he'll let you through. Normally you have to go between 2 and 5 tunnels to find it, and there's a lot of RNG. We guarantee 2 tunnels. So they're first going to take a mini boss chamber. Mini bosses are faster than the normal enemy rooms, and then after that they'll take whatever they want the most, because they know that the Satyr sack will be at the end of it.
Would now be a good time for a quick donation?
Yes, please. Go for it, Lana.
Awesome. So I have $50 from Zeruvius, who says, "Good luck, Laplena. Super proud to have both y'all representing the Hades community. Hope you each take turns giving Cerberus the love he deserves."
Aww. Thanks, Zaru. All right. So there is the first tunnel, and we're going to be on to one more. And while they clear out this tunnel, if you have some more donations, Lana, why don't you go for it?
Absolutely. We actually have so many. So we have $25 from Proven, who says, "Good luck with the run. It's honestly insane how good y'all have gotten a 2-player 1 controller. Very impressive. Thank you both for repping this community. And once again, thanks to Mads for the wonderful commentary."
You're welcome, Croven. And Croven brings up a good point. Croven is our current record holder in any heat, and this is honestly really impressive. We're coming up to the Hades fight at about 14 minutes. That's like pretty decent time. This build has been really wonky, and they've been dealing with a lot of very suboptimal things. To not only have all of that working against them, to both be coordinating through all of that and making those decisions that aren't like the normal decision trees that they have to normally deal with. A lot of times, like, yeah, there's a lot of RNG, but we've seen it all, right? You know how to handle a lot of the stuff. This is completely out of the norm that you normally practice. To be moving this fast and this coordinated is extremely impressive. And the Hades fight. So in this fight, there's not much to talk about. You want to just shell out damage as much as you can. If they had a different call, there would be some more things to think about, but basically they're going to be just shelling in damage as quickly as they can and charging up that call and to finish them off at the end there. It's 2 phases. This is the last phase. First phase, there's a move called Darkness that Dad can do, where he disappears and becomes invulnerable for a while. That we really don't want to see. We don't have that anymore, so we don't have to worry about it. So we're just going to charge up that call and have Artemis finish him off here. Ooh, I thought that would do more. I guess that's common without any pomegranates in it. Take 1 DD, that's fine. It's pretty impressive that they only lost 1 on Achilles, and there we go. First weapon down. So I believe we'll be going to do petting Cerberus when we get back to the house. If I think that's how we're doing this. So,
Yeah.
Lana,
So
how
we
many
have one
pets do
pet.
we have? Yeah,
We
go
have
ahead.
1 pet Cerberus that is completed, and we have another one that is open but not done yet, so only 1 for now. But we're at $450 out of 2,000. So if we hit another 2,000, we get more Cerberus pets.
Everybody hold your applause.
Oh, and he's here.
You've always been there for me, boy.
There he is. Good job, Cerberus. All right. And on to the next weapon. I don't actually know which weapon we're doing next. There's definitely going to be some mirror changes. Change over to Fiery Presence instead of Shadow. Looks like Hera. Okay, so the Hera build. This is really cool. This is what I was looking forward the most. So this is a cast weapon. You load your casts, your bloodstones, onto your bow, and when you shoot it, the casts explode off the end. We're going to be using Aphrodite cast. The reason for that is simple. It does a lot of damage, and also the casts drop right where they explode. Other ones kind of fly off into the distance. So this makes it a lot easier to pick up the casts. However, I mean, there's a lot more kind of movement that goes into this, I think, than the Achilles spear, or at least coordinated movement, right? Because not only do you have to deliver the damage, you then have to go pick up your ammo for your casts. So I'm really interested to see how they handle that. They're doing awesome so far. The other thing that I know was a tactical choice, the first hammer that they just took, it's twin shot. 2 shots shoot out. The other side effect is that the shots are shorter. And I know they picked that over another one that many people use, flurry shot, because that lower range makes it easier to go pick up your casts if you accidentally miss. And if you use flurry shot, it's very easy to just it's like a machine gun shot from your bow. It's very easy to just yeet your casts off into oblivion and they're gone for forever. So made it a little easier on themselves. There's been a debate for a long time, which is better on the Hera bow, flurry or twin. The answer is flurry, in my opinion. But both are completely viable, and this just kind of makes it a little easier with two players.
Goddess Athena.
Okay, went for sure footing. So sure footing is. Oh, excuse me, got distracted. Okay, sure footing is a boon that doesn't really do much for us. It lowers the damage we take from traps. Since we have 2 expert players, they're not going to be standing on traps. But the thing is, one of the things that we're going to be doing to just amp up our damage on the Hera bow is put pomegranates into the cast, like this one. So we're going to be doing more damage now with our cast. Hey, there's our Poseidon from the last weapon. So what we want to do, though, is make sure that we don't have too many boons that we can put pomegranates in. Sure footing, you can't put a pomegranate in it. So it's kind of looking for long-term to increase the odds of being able to put a pomegranate into the boon that we want to. Didn't get anything too useful from Poseidon there. He has been really uncooperative over the course of this run. And we're going to be just kind of clearing out the last 2 chambers of Tartarus. So let's get some more donations.
Absolutely. So we have $25 from Ye Olde Joy, who says Cerberus deserves more than one pet. Agreed.
True.
Do we have time for one more?
Yeah. Take it until we get to the boss.
Okay, perfect. So we have $150 from Ghosty Boy 97, who says, "Ahoy there, little Hades." Wait, there's 2 of you Hadeses? Tons of love from the Hades speedrun community. From competitive hyper delivery races to cooperating on the big stage here at GDQ, it's always a blast to watch you play. May the fates bless your runs and give you all the boons you need.
Well, they haven't quite done that yet, but it's looking a little better right now. We just got Hyper Sprint from Hermes, so that could lead into a rush delivery later, which is really nice. And we have our second of the Furies. We got Tisiphone. There really isn't too. It's doesn't really matter too much which of the Furies we get. However, Tisiphone is the slower one by a little bit because of these animations between her phases are a lot longer than the other Furies, and she has more health. Is actually really the main thing. But dispatched her with no problemo, and we're on to Asphodel again. I'm interested. I think we'll probably be switching to the Demeter keepsake, but I want to see here. Yes. Okay, so tossed on the Demeter keepsake, they're looking to get Snowburst from Demeter. Snowburst does some area of effect damage whenever you load one of your casts onto the Haribo. So you're going to be doing that constantly anyways. So there's a lot of damage being put out because the Haribo is really, really, really good at dumping damage into one target. But the thing is, it doesn't do good with a bunch of smaller enemies, which we're going to be seeing later in Elysium, pretty much guaranteed. So we're going to want to be getting something to rectify that. Let's see if we get Rush Delivery. Got Rush Delivery, baby. Common Rush Delivery, but it's still pretty good. So we got Hyper Sprint earlier. That increases our speed whenever we dash to 100%. Rush Delivery gives us a damage boost whenever our speed is boosted. So we basically always have a 50% damage boost is what effectively happens here. Another thing is we like to see Chaos on Hera. Oh, let's see what we get here from Demeter first.
What else?
Gonna be rolling for it. Rolling again. They opt to. Ooh, get punished.
All right.
Didn't get the snow burst, got a common attack. It's not great. Opt to take the Chaos Gate here. There's a lot of great things that we can get from Chaos on a cast weapon. We put a roll into it. That is one of them. Okay, great. So after, I didn't see how many chambers, they'll be getting an extra cast. Something to note, they opted to skip the mini boss here. So in Asphodel, there's a quirk that you cannot get your mid shop if you've already seen mini boss. So they skip it in hopes that they're going to get both the mini boss, which are fast chambers, and the mid shop, which is completely free.
Maybe Athena.
Nice. So yeah, 21 mid shop into 22 mid boss is really great. It's a really good chain of events. Get another Palm in there, and luckily we get another Demeter. So didn't get punished by skipping that earlier Demeter. So we get another shot at seeing Snowburst here.
Not yet.
Ah, there we go. Let's see if we get it.
Ladies.
Stubborn Roots. Stubborn Roots. Yeah. I hope there's no glitches with Stubborn Roots and the Infinity DD. I'm not really sure. I thought there might be. We'll see. We have an Infinity DD on just for safety. If they lose all their Death Defiances, they essentially get a free one just for kind of marathon safety. And I don't know if Stubborn Roots interacts with that or not, but we'll hopefully don't find out. And on to Lerny again. And as they're cleaning up Lerny, I think we have time for maybe one donation.
Absolutely. So we have a $25 donation from Cherry Dad, who says, local Gilgamesh main sending vibes to Laplena for their 2-player 1-controller run. You got this. And we're also over a quarter of the way to our next Cerberus pet. So can we get there before the start of next run? I think we can. Let's push for it, everyone.
I think we can as well. So did excellent job dancing around the lava again. Again, I want to keep I think if you just watch the feed of Hades, the gameplay, it's hard to tell that there's even two people playing this. As they dance around the lava and they take out Lerny. So on to Elysium again. Again, I believe they took the Bone Hourglass. The Bone Hourglass is really essential to our cast weapons in Elysium. Getting an extra cast or a braid, which makes our cast stronger, can be just really, really powerful. They didn't get either of those things, but there's plenty of opportunities to see another well, and there's always the well at the end of the biome that we're guaranteed to get.
My weapon's hidden talents.
Okay, did not have Flurry Shot there to even accidentally take. So good to go. And we also like to see these chariots. So different enemies have different values associated with them, which means that essentially every room has to hit a certain threshold of values. The chariots are worth a lot, which effectively means that fewer enemies spawn in their fast rooms, which you could probably tell in that last one. I think there was only a wave of 2 chariots and a wave of 2 chariots and a swordsman. But there's no way to control that. We just are hoping for good RNG on the enemies. Okay. Got an extra DD there.
As healthy as can be, but cheers.
Passed up the parting shot, and great, we got another chaos. So last chaos was nice to us. We got an extra cast. We'll see if this one will yield some good results too. Those void stones can be annoying. They make the enemies invulnerable.
Strength.
All right, let's see. We're looking for cast damage or extra cast stones. Those are the ideal things. Don't get any of it. Just take something that won't hurt very much. So it just takes extra damage. Not going to be taking too much damage anyways. Something that is essential to RTA speedrunning is making quick decisions in those menus and not be in those menus for very long, which that's a skill that's practiced and, work through. It's even harder when you have two people that you have to make the decision, though. I'll have to just take the heart and move on. Diligent about the gold pot there. And on to our second heroes fight. So the heroes fight can be kind of difficult on the Hera bow sometimes, basically because of Theseus' shield. The other thing is that if you don't have enough damage, your casts can get stuck in them for a while, and if you don't have a quick reload from Hermes, I should say, your cast can get stuck in them for a long time, and then you're like stuck not doing much damage because you don't have access to your cast anymore. On top of Theseus doing what he's doing right now and blocking all these shots. So the hero's fight can spiral sometimes if you either don't have a build put together or you don't get kind of lucky. But we get through there all right. And we're going to check the well before we change. And nice, we got a cast stone. Probably going to roll this.
What about these?
Okay, don't get anything else, but the cast stone is well worth it. Because we have that bone hourglass on, it's guaranteed to last all the way to the dad fight. And since that's our main source of damage, another cast is always really appreciated. And this will be another run through of sticks. Like I said, it's going to be 2 chambers and they got it. So for at least the first chamber or so, I'm sure we have plenty more donations to get through to get on our way to petting Cerberus.
Oh, I got you, Mads. So we have $25 from Jack, who says, Cerberus has 3 heads, so 1 pet isn't enough. Agreed. We're already at $700 out of the $2,000 we need, so let's keep pushing.
It's no use.
Yeah, keep going.
Also have,
yeah, sorry.
Yeah, totally. $25 from Museus, who says, congrats on bringing Hades 2-player 1 controller to GDQ. Good luck. I still can't believe how coordinated y'all are at this.
Going back.
And 1 more.
Can't do that.
We also have a $50 donation from DG Riot, who says, all the pets.
Nice. Yeah, we better get a few more. There's 3 heads after all. I think they deserve at least 3. We're seeing the rats though. So the one thing that can really slow you down in sticks is you get these tiny rats. They spawn in for a long time, and oh my gosh, 3 in a row. I spoke this one into existence. Can be especially annoying on something like Hera, where you don't like have that AoE damage like I was talking about. But we are out of there. And on to the dad fight again. So this time going into the dad fight, we have a different call. We took the Hades keepsake into sticks. So we have the Hades call. And what the Hades call can do in this fight, well, it can do this anywhere, but what it's useful for here is it can make all the enemies on the screen repeat the last move they did. I told you about darkness last time, where Hades disappears for a while. If we lock him into a move that's not darkness, he'll repeat that move. And that gives us a few more seconds to do damage to him to try to phase him without having him disappear. So look out for that. I don't remember who's on the call button, if it's Lapras or Elena, but they'll be trying to lock, like just right there. He did the thrust. They used their call, and then he did another thrust.
To this form of discipline. And we finally have an activity we can do together. Continue on this.
Oh, and there he got away from him, and you can kind of see what that looks like.
This one's Ryomi.
Oop, Cass got away, but okay, on to the second phase. The other thing you can do with the Haribo
You asked for this.
is wall bug. I told you about how Cass gets stuck in the enemies. If you basically get an enemy up against a wall in a particular way, you can shoot your casts into the enemy and they'll pop out immediately. A lot easier to manipulate Hades into the wall when you're the only person on the sticks. Oh, do we get it? I think they did, yeah. He spun away, but we kind of got a wall bug right there. Nice. And weapon 2 is down and on to the house again for more pets, question mark? Do we have enough?
No pets, but there's still time, so we can keep pushing for it.
Cool.
In my father's name.
Currently at $725 out of $2,000. And also just a reminder that every single donation is going towards unlocking our bonus game of the night as well. So not only can we get a bonus Cerberus pet if we hit 2,000, if we hit 80,000 total, we get some Elden Ring any percent.
Oh man, I love that. That run's so cool. I'd like to watch that. Awesome. So we are on to our last run, or our last weapon, and they opted for the Hestia rail. And we were talking beforehand about their weapon choices, and it's kind of funny. It's really the 3 kind of most technical weapons that we have from like a lot of different standpoints. And I think personally the Hestia rail is very technical. So the kind of gimmick around it is whenever you reload, your next shot is empowered. It's 150% stronger, I think. So there's a rhythm to shooting, reload, shoot, reload, shoot, reload. On top of that, we take the Poseidon dash first, so we can finally see what that looks like. And they're going to be using that AoE damage from the Poseidon dash to apply a bunch more damage. Then we just took the hammer, the rockets, this straight line kind of explosion. And all of these things are kind of on slightly different cooldowns, and all of them have a little bit different rhythm to it. So playing Hestia well is kind of a rhythm game in a lot of ways. You're playing around all the different kind of small cooldowns on all your different abilities, and trying to position yourself in such a way that you can also apply that damage with the dash. So having 2 people having to be in sync and in rhythm with one another is tricky. It's kind of cool that they're able to do it so well. Trippy shot. Okay. Okay. Very interesting. Very interesting choice. A lot of things you don't normally see. Dionysus on the special.
Should help keep me going.
Usually you want something that is going to be a % increase of your damage, ideally Artemis, but the game is not giving us everything that we want right now. I believe this was an Aphrodite that we saw on the door, so this would be a pretty decent thing to take on our attack if there was an attack in front of them to take, and there wasn't. So like I said, even though this is modded, there's a lot of RNG. Again, like the special on their attack, they're going to be wanting something that's % increase, so not like a status effect like that Dionysus is. And Aphrodite is one of the strongest % increases, so maybe we can see her later to put on the attack. If not, there's also the option for Shackle, so we'll see if that comes around. We're on chamber 11. So every biome, I guess I should have said, has a set number of chambers in it. That was 11. Chamber 12 is the last one in Tartarus, so this will be the last one before the end shop, and then the boss. There is a Chaos Gate there, which I guess could be taken for the memes. We normally would not take that because it would just push our shop back 1 chamber.
No way.
Okay. Opted to put a pomegranate into the dash, overtaking an Aphrodite there. boons scale differently with pomegranates. Tidal Dash is one that scales really well with pomegranates, so getting poms into it is really good, and it's basically their only boon right now. It's one of their biggest sources of damage at the moment. And they're doing really well, taking out Tisiphone again. Never saw Electo, that's all right. And then on to Asphodel. So I'm interested to see what keepsake they mutually decide to take here into Asphodel, because there might be a couple options. I'm hoping for, some Shackle Gaming. And selling off Drunken Flourish. Okay, that's what I thought they were going to do. So, something that's really cool about Hestia is it doesn't really need boons. We have the option to go Shackle on it. Shackle makes any boon that we don't have, any ability, I should say, that we don't have a boon on is 100% stronger. And like I said before, percent increases are really good on this weapon. So we just take the Shackle, and our Empowered Shot and our Special are a lot stronger, and we don't have to worry about getting boons on there, putting pomegranates into it. We just keep going. There's another benefit to that. Pomegranates take time. You're sitting in a menu. Picking up boons takes time. You're sitting in a menu, so we can kind of just go. I think that might have been our first story room we saw with Eurydice there. Took the Nectar. So the next 3 boons they get will have a higher rarity chance. The other options didn't really make sense because we don't really have many boons to put pomegranates into. So yeah, this is really fun when you kind of just see an empty boon screen on the left, essentially.
Should come in useful.
Okay, I was the third. I think we got witches 3 times in a row.
Again.
Need help, Zach?
And as we go into chamber 22, it'll be the last one of Asphodel. Lana, if you want to get maybe 2 donations.
Yeah, totally. So just a reminder to everyone, this is the final weapon. So if we do want to see one more Cerberus pet, we gotta push for it. We're doing great at 735 out of 2,000 and making great progress. So we also have $25 from Tonus, who says, "This is the cutest thing I've ever seen, and I'm very proud."
All right. So cleared out Asphodel there with the Bloodless. Special speed damage from Hermes is okay. I don't remember actually if that was their first or second Hermes, or what they took from the first one if they did. But we're on to our last Lerny fight. 3 for 3 on the Trans Rights Lerny heads. Blessed. And you're kind of seeing what could have been with the Achilles run with the power of Tidal Dash. It's literally their only boon that they're using now. Tidal Dash is very good, helping fill the gaps in the downtime when you're not shooting. Because like I said, the rhythm of Hestia, it allows us to get some damage in those kind of other moments where there's not, where your gun doesn't have any uptime. And lets you clear Lerny, clear anything out real quick. And on to our last Elysium. So didn't get any boons to put on our attacker special in there, which means the Shackle stays on. We're probably gonna, we got a lot of rarity. We got 2 yarns there. That's kind of funny. So yeah, the Shackle will probably stay on for the remainder of the run. There'd be some really really weird circumstances that it would be taken off. And as we kind of clear out the first waves in Elysium, I think we could probably get some more donos in if you got some. Lana?
Oh, always. I got you. We have $25 from Aria Deshane, who says, "In the name of Hades, pet that dog."
And why don't you do one more quick one?
Yeah, totally. We also have $25 from Becoming Dinos, who says, also, cat that dog. I see a common theme here.
Nice. So in this last chamber, they had the option to take a heart or an Aphrodite. They opted for the heart. Aphrodite could have given them a boon to put on their attack. Hey, who cares what I was talking about? We're fighting Chiron. This is some real speed tech here. So, this is great. You can try to steal from Chiron. It's a thing you can do. He gives you a bunch of money if you win, and it's not fast, but it's fun and it's cool. We only have one category, loyalty card percent, where you actually the goal is to kill Chiron as fast as you can. But that's the only time we ever see Chiron. So, boom. Expertly dispatched.
Farewell for now, sinister ball of butterflies.
So that was really ridiculous. I loved that. Thank you so much, KatLink. And what are we at? Chamber 32? Yeah. If you got one more, two more before the heroes fight, go for it.
Totally. So we have $25 from Sophie, who says, Arcalena and Trash Lapras, you are so skilled and so cute together. Good luck on the last leg of the run. We also have $50 from Heldon Surette, who says, I always have to donate during Hades' run in honor of my own good boy, Zagreus. And now can we pet Cerberus again? Yes, please. We're at $820 out of that $2,000. So let's keep pushing, everyone. We're getting close to the end of the run. Last call.
Something that's actually kind of funny, I think there's special dialogue if you have 2 yarns and you take into the heroes fight. Right now they have 2. If they don't hit any other gods in this next chamber, they should keep them. Of course, in Greek mythology, the yarn was used to kill the Minotaur, right? So you can find the center of the labyrinth. So I think it's 2. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I need a lore Hades lore expert here. And then a blessed chamber 34 skip.
Gentlemen.
Let us destroy him quickly.
Oh, maybe not. Or maybe it's been cleared already. Who knows? Okay, on to the last fight. As they're killing the heroes, I want to emphasize again something that came up in a couple of the donations that I've said before, how technical these aspects are. Hestia is just a jumble, so hard. You have to press so many buttons, and you think like, yeah, okay, great, let's double our fingers, it'll be easier, right? But they're so coordinated in the rhythms that you have to do that. It's really, really impressive display right now.
Should be another such performance soon.
If you want to feel how difficult it is, Hestia is the weapon to pick up. It's quite difficult to play at a high level, especially compared to maybe like another rail like the Eris rail that we often show off at marathon events. Okay, and then our last sticks. So I think this will be the last opportunity to get some big donations in. So why don't you take over for the next tunnel, Lana?
Awesome. So we have $25 from Vicarious Vice, who says, here's a friendly reminder to stay hydrated while you're escaping the underworld. Also, pet that dog. We also have $25 from Dragon Smoke, who says, I love Hades, one of my favorite games. Destroy it as fast as possible. We also have $25 from Pittman Lionhouse 423, who says, good dogs need pets. Cerberus is good dog. Cerberus needs pets. Pet that heckhound. Less than 3.
And yeah, why don't you just do one more?
Absolutely. We have a $25 donation from Sendo Jr. who says, Cerberus is the best boy and should be petted every time you pass him. We are so close to being halfway there, so let's see if we can make it, everyone. You're doing so well.
Hey,
Yeah, absolutely. We could do another tunnel if you if we really need some time, but it was
Oh, Cerberus.
nah.
Cerberus, I bet you are.
Oh, I didn't see. Did that get rid of? I think that got rid of Rocket. So it gambled on the anvil. There's a really powerful hammer combination on the rail. Rocket bomb, cluster bomb, and rocket bomb together. We did not get cluster for the second one, so they used the anvil to try to get it. But I think it got rid of rocket bomb instead of ricochet shot. We'll see here if it worked or not.
Megara?
Forgive me, Lord.
To assist him.
Oh, just kidding. It was hard to see on the screen, but you'll see that there's 5 rockets that fan out like that. Normally, the putting 5 of them on the screen is supposed to reduce the damage of each one. It doesn't. The game is bugged. So we have 5 full-powered rockets. That is hugely powerful. It's really strong when you shotgun all 5 into them. So that's really cool to see. Makes quick work. And the last phase.
Now this.
Nicely done, and that's time.
Last.
Way to go, Lapalena. I've been talking this whole time. They've been communicating this whole time because there's 2 of them. So, congratulations. Way to go.
Thanks.
Great job on the commentary.
Yeah.
Oh, well, thank you.
That was a lot of fun.
Got
Looks
to
like-
the Karen fight, and I think that was still our fastest run.
Yeah, you had a lot to deal with there too. So 48 minutes is really excellent. Sub 50 is like really impressive like this.
Yeah.
Way to go.
Thank you.
Did we reach a second pet?
So we did not reach a second pet, but I just want to point out that we, combining those 2 Cerberus pets, raised over $3,200 for Malala Fund.
Let's go.
That
Hey,
is
nice.
So phenomenal
Nice.
to see. Great job, everyone.
Who we want? We can go and talk to Cerberus. And one of the pets doesn't even like pets anyway, so you know. We pet one, we talk to the other, and we leave the other one alone. What are your buttons? Okay.
Do you guys want to do some do your shout outs?
Yeah.
Do you have any? Yeah.
At this time.
I mean, just shout out to the Hades speedrun community. It's honestly, it's the first speed game I've ever played, but the community has just been incredible top to bottom for the past year and a half that I've been there. I don't think, yeah, definitely one of the absolute best gaming communities I've ever been a part of.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exact same.
I 100% agree. Just one of the most welcoming places. I've been kind of out of the community for a few months, but it's like check in every now and then, people's streams and things, and they're just new people coming in, and it's just as welcoming as friendly all the time. So it's awesome. If you want to check it out, I highly recommend it. It's great for a beginner's like first speedrun as well.
Absolutely.
Definitely. And the Discord's always welcome to new players, always willing to, give advice, do VOD reviews, just, very welcoming place.
We love sharing. We love showing off our knowledge and helping others.
Absolutely. All right. Well, I just want to say good job one last time to you two.
Thank you.
Yeah. Good job to you too, and thanks to everyone for watching this.
Awesome. Well, let's give another round of applause for the incredible collaboration between Arcalena and Trash Lapras on that 2-player 1 controller Hades run. That was definitely one of the coolest things I think I've ever seen. So I hope y'all enjoyed it as well. All right, everyone. I also just want to really point out quickly that we have already hit $79,232, which means that we are less than $800 to getting our bonus game of the night. So let's keep pushing for it. That was absolutely incredible. We had $50 from Syrinx, who said, donating for an awesome Hades run, an awesome cause, and for a chance to win one of the awesome prizes. Good luck, go fast, and a big thank you to all the runners and all the workers behind the scenes who make this event possible and so much fun to watch. And thank you to all of our donators as well. It is so great to see where all this money is going to support Malala Fund during this incredible event. And that's all thanks to you. All right, everyone, that time of the night has come. It is my time to officially say goodbye to all of you. I have had such a wonderful time spending a few days with you all throughout the marathon, but it's now my time to step back and leave you in the very capable hands of some of our other amazing hosts. So stick around for the runs that we have coming up. And make sure to keep pushing for that Elden Ring any percent run. Y'all have done such a great job, and I know we can hit it really soon. So that'll be it from me. My name is Lanaruse. It has been an incredible time with all of you, and you take care. We'll be heading to a short break, and we'll be back right after this.
Welcome back to Flame Fatales 2022. We're on day 5. We're benefiting Malala Fund, and we all appreciate you all being here. My name's Zokoban, and it is my pleasure to be your host for the rest of tonight. And hold on, just one moment. I gotta take this real quick. Hello? Yeah, sure. I can pass it on. Chat, is there a May Denless in chat? I got a call for a May Denless. Wait a minute. That's right. We still have to meet our $80,000 milestone incentive for Elden Ring, folks. And we are so close. We're less than $800 away. Wow, less. We are so close to that incentive. And if we meet it by the end of this next run, we will get to see Larxa run Elden Ring. Any percent. You don't want to miss this, folks. But of course, all you have to do, send in those donations. ! Donate in chat. Speaking of the donation, I've got some rolling in. And again, we appreciate every single bit that you can give. Sorry, every single amount that you can give, we greatly appreciate. Starting with this $5 donation from Vivi, first-time watcher and donator of Frey Patels. This is awesome. Thank you, crew in chat, and good luck, runners. Thank you, Vivi. And of course, good luck to all of our runners. If you've missed any of our runs so far, by the way, because again, this is day 5. We're hitting near the end of this event. But not to worry, you can catch them all on our YouTube channel. And in case you want to see what else is coming up, because we've got some amazing runs coming up, folks, check the GamesDoneQuick.com website or !schedule in chat. That'll bring up all the information you need to know, including some of our amazing prizes. Prizes that you can get, you'll be eligible to win with a single $25 donation, like this one, like this one from Rin, saying, here's my contribution for today. Love everything you're doing. Here's to getting that Elden Ring run, and also trans rights. Trans rights indeed. Thank you so much, Rin. All right, folks, and again, if you're just tuning in for the first time, we are Flame Fatales, and we are supporting the amazing cause that is Malala Fund. Malala Fund is working for a world where every girl can learn and lead. And with more than 130 million girls out of school today, Malala Fund partners with education advocates and activists who are breaking down barriers that hold girls back. And let me just say, if that's something that you want to see, if you want to see girls breaking down barriers, oh boy, do I have a run for you. I hope you're all fired up and ready to roll, chat, because it's time for Metroid Crime.